Testing, testing, testing. Okay, are we live? Okay. On your mark, get set, go. Good morning, y'all. This is the man in the black mask, and he's here to talk about Jacob Blake, who went public after the police shooting that left him paralyzed. And I saw some of his stuff on Good Morning America. No, actually, it was on 2020 because it was. He talked about that one event that would change his life forever, and I did see it last night, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did see it. Okay, Jacob Blake went limp, but he died during police shooting in Kenosha. And trust me, if I got shot by a cop, guess what, man? The net result would be the same on my part. You know, thank God I never been shot by the police, but I still worry that could happen. You know, as are some of you black audience members. Nothing scares me more than being shot by police. Even though it's never happened to me, I do worry it could happen to me. Jacob Blake, the black Wisconsin father shot 7 times by a white police officer, said he immediately thought of his children as the gunshots rang out, believing he was about to see them for the last time. Blake, who was partially paralyzed in the August 23rd shooting that prompted protests in Kenosha and other cities calling for police reform, said he kind of went limp when Officer Rustin Shesky opened fire as he responded to a report of a domestic disturbance at the home of Blake's alleged victim in a prior sexual assault. And all I remember at the point was kind of leaning back, looking at my boys. Blake told Good Morning America in an interview Thursday. I said, Daddy, love you, no matter what. I thought it was going to be the last time. No, I thought it was going to be the last thing I said to them. Thank God it wasn't. So actually, the footage that they showed it was on Nightline and not 2020. Pardon my mistake. It was Nightline because I do watch Nightline a lot, and they talk about half the stuff that occurred on Good Morning America and sometimes 2020. Blake said 2 of his children witnessed the shooting, which led to no officers being charged. Plenty more with action. Prosecutors announced last week. Kenosha District Attorney Michael Gravely said Chesky would not face criminal charges based on the facts and the laws following a review of more than 40 hours of video and 1,600 pages of documents. Ain't that some bullshit, man? That is just plain fucking bullshit. I mean, how do you shoot an innocent man and then escape criminal charges? Really? That cop could have killed that man for no reason. You know? Shesky, that piece of shit, shot Blake for nothing. So how do you escape criminal charges for shooting and nearly killing an innocent man? Get the fuck out of here. I mean, seriously? Grow some balls for Christ's sake. Cops who responded to the domestic call were met by an agitated Blake, who was holding a knife at the time, Gravely said. The officer believed Blake was going to stab him with the knife as he tried to stop him from fleeing the scene. The prosecutor said, I do not believe the state would be able to prove that the privilege of self-defense is not available, Gray said, while announcing his warrant of decision. Now, I've seen the clip, right, on Nightline, and Blake countered that he wasn't trying to hurt nobody, he was trying to put it back in his pocket. I mean, of course the cop said that Blake was going to stab the cop, but that's not what Blake said. Blake was not going to stab nobody. That's what these cops do. They just fucking lie and make excuses whenever they shoot a black man and then put that shit down on paper just so that they can get off. You know? What kind of bullshit is that? Officers who responded to the home where Blake was shot were trying to take him into custody for violating a restraining order in an alleged sexual assault. The Post has previously reported. He later pleaded not guilty to allegations that he broke into the home of his ex-girlfriend on May 3rd and sexually assaulted her before stealing her truck. I'm not a lawyer, but he don't look like the guy who would bust into a chick's house and rape. Come on, man. He looks nothing like that. The charges were later dropped as part of a plea deal with prosecutors, and Blake was sentenced to 2 years of probation. Shefsky and responding officers knew that Blake had an open warrant for felony sexual assault at the time, according to dispatch records and the Kenosha Professional Police Association. See, the man in the black mask felt that Shefsky should have been charged at least with attempted murder, since Jacob Blake was shot 7 times, but they didn't even come close to doing it, the DA. DA thought Shefsky was justified for shooting an innocent black man. I mean, what the fuck? How do you justify shooting an innocent black man for no reason? Believe that shit? No, Blake said that he was not going to stab the cop with a knife, that he was putting it back in his pocket after it fell out, for some reason. My guess was he didn't know what to do and he panicked, because according to Jacob Blake, he said he was resisting getting beaten by the police. Let alone shot, which is what tragically occurred in this case. If this was the case with George Bell and Breonna Taylor, so of course he was worried shitless about that. And trust me, I'd be scared too if I was in the situation, and I'd panic. But I'm not gonna say I'm gonna pick something up or nothing. No, I wouldn't. But I would be scared. I mean, are these fucks gonna kill me or what? I mean, come on, man. People got scared. Jacob got scared. I understood that he got scared and he didn't know what to do. But that don't mean you shoot him 7 times in the back. But I believe Jacob Blake when I saw his interview last time. I believe everything he said. He don't look like a guy that would try to kill a cop. I mean, not even close. And he definitely don't look like no rapist. But I do believe he was a victim in this case. But at the same time, he shouldn't have just kept going. He should have just stopped. But I'm not gonna cast fault on him enough. Still, he should have just stopped. Just stop and let the cops do their thing, this, that, the other. The things go wrong when you resist arrest. I'm sure a lot of us had to talk, when cops approach you and this and that and the other, what to do, what not to do. But I thought Jacob Blake was too scared to comply with the police. I want to believe that, he was scared, that he didn't do these things on purpose. He just did those things out of fear. I mean, that's what I don't understand. If it's okay for cops to get scared, why is it not okay for us to be scared? You know what I mean? The minute we get scared, we either get the shit beat out of us or we get shot. But yet, when they get scared, nothing happens. I mean, what the fuck? I always thought this whole case was bullshit, though, because Jake Blake, he's going to need medical care for the rest of his life. And his kids are probably going to end up having to take care of him. And that shit worries me a lot. Now I worry for Jake's future, as well as the future of his family, because of what they all got to go through later on. I mean, seriously. I mean, just got to scare the shit out of me. Because like I told y'all, I was harassed by the police when I was a little kid. Harassed in my own home. So I was like 10 or 11 years old. And each time I think of police situations involving blacks, I think of myself. And when I think of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, I think, God damn, that could have been me. That could have been my family having to bury me at such a young age. I know a lot of you are thinking the same thing too. And guess what? I'm with you. I'm on your side on this one. Even though I don't take sides, but this time I do. In this case, I make an exception. Because again, Mr. Blake could have been killed. Because it's not really his fault what happened to happen. But I'm glad they dropped whatever charges he had pending against him. I'm glad they dropped the charges. And my prayers go out to Jacob Blake and his family. Because again, he didn't deserve to be shot 7 times in the back. So he could have died on impact as soon as those bullets rang out. And I know a lot of you have had victims of police brutality. Some of y'all have been past victims of police brutality too. I had a friend, whose brother was shot dead by police back in like 05, 06, and yeah, I think about shit like this every day. Every day I live with that anxiety. Are these cops gonna kill me too? The minute something goes wrong? You never know. But this is gonna cause a great deal of anxiety for some of you. And friends and family members of police brutality, especially if they were shot and killed by police. You know? So like I said, man, I urge all of you to please say a prayer for Jacob Blake. Please do. Okay? He needs your prayers. Just pray for a miracle here that one day he don't have to stay paralyzed for the rest of his life and that he can walk again after a certain time. But I'm glad that rehab thing has helped him though. And I also say this, even though Jacob Blake had a past, that didn't justify what happened to him. I mean, everybody has a past, whether it be good or bad. Hell, I have a past. You know that, and I know that. Everybody has a past, whether it be good or bad. It's natural for people like us to have a past. But that don't mean we should get punished for it, let alone shot multiple times by police. I mean, there's just no justification in that, to be frank with you. I mean, I gotta admit though, that is just very fucked up, man, in its own right. I don't want that shit to happen to nobody, let alone myself. I don't never ever want to be killed by no cop. Hope that shit don't happen. Because again, shit happens. Because I told you about the time I was harassed by police as a kid. And I can't help but think about my future because of that. So, anyway, thank you for listening to the Man in the Black Mask. Don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a question underneath the screen. And good luck, be well, and have a good day. Thank you.